Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to listen to or react to a video from Kulinski where he talks about Asmongold, so that should be fun. Also, a bunch of other stories, including Epstein and possible Mossad connections / CIA, or both. Uh, AI music. This one's going to be interesting. I will listen to like 2 minutes of this. I'm already riveted. And obviously, starting off will be Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. See, I think when people said "Make America Great Again," I don't think they meant again as in like redo shit that already existed before. I think they're talking about like the merit, the way you felt as being an American. You don't feel like a world embarrassment, right? Where you're causing wars everywhere. Everyone blames you for everything. Like, I thought that was the thing they were trying to go back to. With merit though. Like, I think most MAGA people wanted it like legitimate, like legit. Like, hey, we're now peace-seeking, non-interventionist, non-fucking over the American people style government. But yeah, they got tricked. You guys got tricked. They played you. They just went back to using catchphrases from yesteryear instead of those merits that you're actually looking for, right? But before I get started, don't forget to share support. Hopefully, donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. I'm in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome. It's nothing pornographic or grotesque. And obviously, everything I show you will be linked in the description box for you to watch at your own discretion. Because I know I talk a lot, I pause the video a lot. It is what it is. It's my channel. Go fuck yourselves. Oh, hey. Oh, Tony. That's right. Go fuck yourself. Or you could just, not say anything and just look up the links yourself. You can watch it for yourself. No big deal. All right, so let's start off here with Pete Hegseth. President Trump ordered action, and the Department of War is delivering. Pause. That's a major pause. Today, I'm announcing Operation Southern Spear, led by Joint Task Force Southern Spear and Southern Command, the one where the Navy admiral quit. He resigned because he's like, you guys are doing illegal ass shit, and I don't want my name anywhere near this. And that's in regards to all the tension building with Venezuela and obviously blowing up the boats of people we don't know their names. We're like, who the fuck are they? Yada yada yada. When we do find survivors, they end up being not from Venezuela at all, so it just looks even weirder. But who cares, right? They're stopping drugs from getting into the country, obviously. Uh, this mission defends our homeland, removes narco terrorists from our hemisphere, and secures our homeland from the drugs that are killing our people. The Western Hemisphere is America's neighborhood, and we will protect it. this once again canned non-statements that, trust me, someone will fall for. But thankfully, it feels like more and more like it's a minority of people that are falling for simple rhetoric like this, like where they just use their own imaginations and make up uh, what's actually happening in these areas. They just make it up in their own heads. And then if you call them out, they'll say you're the one making things up. Meanwhile, all the evidence is clearly one-sided. Sorry to say, it's clearly one-sided. Even the idea of, let's say they're all narco terrorists, do you just blow the boats up? Even for like a cop thing, right? An investigative thing. It still wouldn't be your action you would take. You'd capture them. Duh. Fucking dummies. But don't worry, they'll commit crimes on camera and show it to the world and say, look what we're doing. And the dummies will fall for it. But either way, let's move on to something 10 times more interesting than Pete Hegseth, which is music. And I said this before I hit record. I'm sorry to right-leaning people. It's not all of you, but some of you. Your taste in art is so limited that they can feed you slop, and you might fall for it. It's like, dude, there's a whole world out there. You don't have to agree with the ideas of the movie, but there's different flavors and textures and tastes. Pause. The film. It's like food. You don't want to eat meatloaf every fucking day. So like going to a Chinese restaurant or a Mexican restaurant or whatever. German restaurant. What, like, spread out, like, learn different palettes, bro. Or expand your own palette. Same goes with art. And if you don't think this is important in regards to the world of politics, you're out of your fucking mind. If you think things like music, movies, TV, photography, painting, if you think those things are irrelevant to the world of politics, like, oh, no, it's just entertainment, it doesn't mean anything. That means you're arting wrong. Let's call it that. You are arting wrong. In fact, I think the essence of why people do things is in the DNA of these art forms. It's in there. I'll add sports to that as well. Like, why we care to do something. It's in the heart of, well, good art, I'll say. Or, I wouldn't say good. I'll say authentic. Authentic art has that at the core of it. You can't fake it. As much as Joe Rogan's going to call an AI voice soulful, you should be able to hear, like, the metallic nature of it and the plastic nature of it. Right? But either way, the reason why I brought up right wingers is, like, once again, no offense, when you see shows, and I watch all these shows, I watch all the stuff. I don't like, oh my God, Republicans like this? Ew, I can't watch it. No, I watch these things. I watch Yellowstone. I watch Landman. I watch these shows, like the whole, what's his name? Taylor something. Right? Taylor Sheridan or something? I've seen all his fucking content, basically, or like his TV show content that is targeting, no offense, just targeting right wingers as far as style wise goes. And you can hear these metallic songs in the middle of these TV shows as, like, montages and shit like that. And yeah, I'm like, guess what, guys? You can find some heart in country music. You can, but you can find heart in all these other genres as well. Why not expand? Because that's what your favorite musicians are doing, anyways. When you hear a country singer like, what's his name, Jelly Roll, you don't think that fool's bumping Tupac somewhere? Of course he has. He's getting more experience within, learning music and shit like that. Thus, he can add it to his own fucking content. Duh. Like only watching, like, one director your entire life in a film, like, right? Like, only their fucking directing skills. Meaning you're gonna miss out on different camera angles, different styles, and different visual narrative. All right, that's boring. But anyways, this guy's name is Rick Beato. I've watched a decent amount of his videos. Not as much recently, but I've seen a decent amount of his videos. Shout out to Prop for telling me about this guy. He does a lot of, like, music theory, and he's been in studios with all these famous fucking artists. He interviews these famous artists. He can play music himself. He's, like, really talented himself. He can, like, hear notes and know exactly what notes they are and what they're doing in the song and the construction of the song itself. So when this guy hears AI slop, he's gonna be like, what the fuck is this? From lyrics to the sound of the music. But all right, here we go. Let's let this play. Here's Rick Beato. This AI song just went #1 for real. I'm not even gonna look it up to confirm that. I'm just gonna roll with this video. Here we go.
Okay, so it finally happened. We finally have our first #1 AI song on the charts. At least that's what I was led to believe by reading all these articles that people have been sending to me. So check this out. We got Newsweek. The #1 country song in America is AI generated. The Register, AI slop hits new high as fake country artist goes #1 on Billboard Digital Songs chart. Or The Tennessean, who is breaking rust? For the first time, an AI country singer tops Billboard charts. Or the San Francisco Chronicle, AI country singer Breaking Rust tops Billboard with Walk My Walk. Okay, first of all, Breaking Rust is the most AI name I could possibly think of. I went and looked at it on the Spotify thing, the picture, and you have this cowboy looking dude that's definitely an AI generated picture. And they have 2.2 million monthly listeners already. It's kind of like the Velvet Sundown did, but actually a few more listeners.
Introducing new artists, Cats Meow. With their new song, Kibble These Bits. We need more metric in our lives, guys. More metric. Here we go.
Play it for you here, just so you can get an idea what we're talking about, okay? So you get a vibe, and then we'll talk about how it's #1.
Already borrowed. I can hear that already.
Been beat down, but I don't stay low.
And it's definitely a black guy singing.
Got mud on my jeans, still ready to go. Every scar's a story that I survived. I've been through hell, but I'm still alive. They said, slow down, boy, don't go too fast. But I ain't never been one to live in the past. I keep moving forward, never looking back, with a worn out hat and a 6-string Strat.
Oh, jeez.
You can kick rocks if you don't like how I talk. I'm gonna keep on talking and walk my walk. Ain't changing my tone, ain't changing my song. I was born this way, been
I was born this way.
Now, before he goes, if you ever listen to the intro to a show called The Chosen, which I also think, well, I mean, they're leaning towards Christianity, obviously, but Christianity seems to lean towards the right politically, I guess, on the political spectrum. But yeah, the like, holy fuck, baby in the kitchen playing with pots and pans, fuck my life. And it's like, here's how I think about things, because any artist could do that, like simply like produce music type of thing or instrumentals. It's like, I look at it this way. Picasso, right? He initially did like, portraits and like very like realistic looking paintings and shit like that, right? Almost like he established himself as like, yeah, I could do this if I want to. But when I get creative, when I want to draw outside the lines, I do this very abstract version of art. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's not like you're not limited to just, slop, if you will, like almost like trickery of music. There's actually like levels to what you're doing. Like my favorite band ever, Metric, uses a lot of like synthetic fucking instruments and all that shit. Synth piano shit, and I'm not a music expert, but they do a lot of like simple things. They do some complex things, on and on and so forth. But when they're doing something very simple, I already know I've heard their past music. I know what they can do. I know this James Shaw can rip it on the fucking guitar if he wants to. But instead he does something simple. Right? It's like, oh, it just sounds good. I'm rolling with it. And obviously the lyrics are just immaculate. It is what it is. I'm a big lyric guy when it comes to lyric. Well, I'm a big all of it guy. Pause. And Metric just to me has just the best balance of both. And they always will. Forever and ever.
There's something weird about this digital person talking about and I was born this way and all this stuff. That is really some low energy prompting right there. That's like a one-line prompt on Suno. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, seriously, that's some pretty low effort lyrics. Okay, some of you might be wondering, how is this possibly the #1 song on the country charts?
Well, play a real person
chart
song.
It's #1 on is the digital sales chart, which means how many downloads did it sell? Now you may be saying, well, who buys downloads? Exactly. So that is from the Apple Store for the most part, the iTunes Store. You can buy it for 99 cents, as you can see here. But let me go to the Billboard chart where it's #1, where they're referencing. There's a little article. It says, Walk My Walk, the act earned its first leader on the Billboard list as Walk My Walk struts to #1 on the country digital song sales chart, 3,000 sold. So it cost $3,000 to get the #1 spot. It's Breaking Rust's second song to reach the ranking. 1 week after Livin' on Borrowed Time, it's #5. Also, one of multiple artificial intelligence assisted compositions experiencing chart success. So this digital...
So who gets paid for that? Who gets paid for that? It's like some dweeb on his computer. No, tackier. No, tackier. There you go. Nope, simpler. Get dumber. Make it really, really simple. We don't want the audience thinking. Okay? Make it dumber, can we? Mountain Dew. Do. It's not dumb enough. All right, here we go.
Chart is not the same as the #1
Shout out to the dark
chart.
room.
The actual country charts that you may be thinking of that have artists like Morgan Wallen at the top would either be the country streaming songs chart on Billboard, which has I Got Better, Morgan Wallen, What I Want, Morgan Wallen, Tate McRae, and I'm the Problem, Morgan Wallen. Or you also have the Billboard Hot Country Songs, which has Morgan Wallen, I Got Better, What I Want, I'm the Problem. Those same 3 songs ordered slightly different. Those are the charts that you may be thinking of as the real charts, okay? So it's kind of a fake out and just a way to grab the story that this is the #1 song. This is a song that cost $3,000 for someone to put up to make #1, so you could get a lot of free advertising like I'm giving it right now on my video, which I shouldn't be. If you want to know what people think about the song, we can actually go to the iTunes store and look at some of the reviews that they have. It has 48 reviews from people that bought it, I assume, and it's got 1.5 stars. Let's see what it says about them.
Oh, thank God.
The first one, AI-generated tracks trained on other people's hard work and data. Number 2, Yikes Z says, just like others have mentioned, don't pay a dang cent if your entertainment isn't made up of actual human beings. Stop this dystopian trash from spreading everywhere as much as possible. Or very misleading. There has to be a category for AI music. Trying to pass this off by not making it clear that it's AI is low character of whoever put this out. The next one is by J Diesel 5, which says good stuff no matter who it's made by. 5 stars is probably one of the people that prompted its friend. Don't enable this, guys. Please do not be naive. And they just go on and on. So then you might ask, how does this artist have 2,280,000 monthly listeners on Spotify? I have no idea. And the fact that it has a verified artist, I mean, it literally should say verified AI artist, if anything. People should know what they're listening to. Now listen to the dude's voice.
Hate my style, you can roll your eyes, but I ain't slowing down. I was born to rise, so kick them rocks. If you don't like how I talk, I'm gonna keep on talking and walking my walk.
The guy's got a raspy voice. He must smoke a lot of digital cigarettes to get that rasp. This is very tricky, though, how the media portrays this as a #1 song. As soon as people started sending me, people email me this stuff all the time. Rick, have you heard this? There's a #1 country song. I'm like, I doubt that. Then I start researching it. It takes me about 30 seconds to find out that it's digital sales. And then I'm like, digital sales? Who buys anything anymore? Well, of course, no one. Don't believe the hype. This is exactly what these AI prompters want you to do. They want you to write about it. They want you to talk about it like I'm doing right now and helping it out, just so you can get these headlines written, and then it will move up the charts even more. I mean, it's ridiculous that it has 2.28 million monthly listeners.
No, Rick Beato. We must talk about this. We must. As he was talking, I was thinking about something. I'm like, You know what might be plausible? If someone says, all right, AI machine, make me a, funk with a soulful voice, hit from the 60s song. Do that shit, right? And they make that shit, the AI thing, spits out this song, this AI-generated song, and then you use it to make samples of. That will be a thing. I almost guarantee that, because what happens with hip-hop producers a lot of times, they get copyrighted. Like, hey, you can't use James Brown's voice here. You can't use Michael Jackson here. You can't, use the Isley Brothers over there. You can't do it. And they want a piece of the pie because you're sampling their work. Now, what if you use AI-generated shit and start sampling that stuff? They wouldn't get in trouble, right? Especially if they're the ones creating the AI thing in the first place, right? Just saying. That's all I'm saying. It's going to get weird, bro. But, yeah, I'll give him the last second.
I mean, that's more than the Velvet Sundown ever got. The Velvet Sundown is, well, I don't know if I'd say it's better than this. That was kind of bad, too. Anyways, love to know your thoughts. Hit subscribe.
All right. Just thought that was interesting. I mean, it sounds like shit to me. It sounds boring. Nothing being said in the song. But I can imagine, wink, wink, an entire generation falling for simple-ass shit like that. Wink, wink. I can imagine it. But anyways, don't worry, they'll drop the nukes too. So they'll they'll make AI #1 in the charts, but they'll also destroy AI by destroying the planet. Anyways, let's continue. So I saw this on my feed. I thought I was like, ooh, this is pretty interesting. This is that RT show going underground. I think they're still on RT. Israeli intel officer Ari Ben Menashe says Epstein was used to stop the two-state solution during the Clinton years. Is that what's happening now? I wonder. Either way, let's give it a listen. Here we go.
I believe that the American government is sort of trapped by the Israelis. Jeffrey Epstein is one of their tools to trap them.
And what do you think of Dershowitz's denial?
Hold on a second.
Hold on.
I want to give you an example. Bill Clinton, President Bill Clinton, Ehud Barak, met Arafat in the 90s, and there was no deal. The reason was Epstein. They were being blackmailed by Epstein. Ehud Barak was also a friend of Epstein. The prime.
You better have something to back, like, actually, like, something, documentation, some substantial, like, kind of corroborating evidence, something like that. It just can't be him just saying it, right? And we all know about Ehud Barak and Bill Clinton being up and down the whole Epstein story, like all over it, actually. So there's like something there, but like that's not enough as far as saying Epstein contributed to dictating policy to stop a two-state solution with Israel and Palestine. But all right, here we go. I'll give him a listen now.
A friend of Epstein, the prime minister of Israel at the time, but he was being blackmailed by the Israeli right wing as well, and they stopped an agreement with Arafat. They were about to reach an agreement there for a two-state solution, but that was stopped because of Epstein. They were both being blackmailed by Epstein.
And so Jeffrey Epstein, in a way, presumably being used as a tool by the Israelis, helped to change the course of history in this region I'm speaking to you from.
No, as the journalist guy, you're supposed to ask the question like, well, how do you know that? Where's your evidence for that? As a journalist, right? You're supposed to ask that question. I mean, I'm not a journalist, and I would ask that question. Now, maybe there's something a before and after to this clip that where they explain that. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing here, right? I can obviously go look later and find out, and I'll let you guys know if there's any type of like blatant proof of something that this guy has, or in past episodes he's been on, right? But when I'm seeing in front of my face, I would ask like, hey, and you have evidence of that because, like, what's your evidence for that? Or you know this because, all right, pretty simple. All right, here we go. Again, here we go.
They were both being blackmailed by Epstein.
And so Jeffrey Epstein, in a way, presumably being used as a tool by the Israelis, helped to change the course of history in this region I'm speaking to you from.
Of course, a change thing, and they trapped a number of U.S. presidents by using Jeffrey Epstein. And it wasn't only about sex, it was also the money issue. Where was the money coming from? But everything is stuck over Gaza. And I believe the Israelis have the American government captive due to what happens with Epstein, or what happened in the past with Epstein. Rupert Murdoch, newspaper, Wall Street Journal, put out that card or something, a birthday card Trump sent to Epstein. Where do you think they got it from? And I don't think Trump wants to continue this war or the genocide. I think it's the Israelis holding him back.
Given how much maverick power he has to create peace in South North Korea, in Palestine, in all these different places, one might ask, why do they need Jeffrey Epstein? Why can't they just assassinate Donald Trump? I know there's a lot of speculation. There has been that John F. Kennedy was assassinated with Israeli intelligence help. Why do they need things like Jeffrey Epstein?
Somebody tried to assassinate him, didn't they? Before before the election. It doesn't always work.
What?
I'm not sure what's going to happen because, people look at these pictures of starving children all over the world, and there's a lot of pressure on these politicians to say enough, to tell them enough is enough. I'm not sure how far this will go. And I think the Israelis are committing harakiri on themselves or by doing this, because eventually they will be stopped.
Now, that is where the GCC countries arguably can leverage financial power to replace AIPAC lobbying power, as it were. Do you believe that Trump can begin to leverage some of that Arab world, global South, BRICS world power to be able to end the genocide?
It's kind of interesting because they're putting it in the context of Israel's the boogeyman, and Trump's just has to deal with the boogeyman. He has to, he was going to go against him, so they tried to kill him, type of shit. And it's like, where do we see that at? Like, where? This sounds good on the internet, right? But like in reality, like, let's talk about actual reality. This guy does horrendous war criminal shit, right? That's what Trump does for his foreign policy. Why the fuck would it be against the massacring of other people, other than maybe it looks bad? But if you go out there and say, oh, there's a peace deal now, maybe people turn their fucking brains off and you continue the subjugation. Like, what made you think this guy's like, I don't know, like he's like battling the forces of the Israeli people or Israeli government? Like, I don't see that. I still don't see it. Even as of now, I still don't fucking see it. So it's just whatever. It's 2025. Let's let it roll. Here we go. I'm still just confused by that.
No, I believe that he can end the genocide right now if he just stops being scared of the Israelis.
He's scared of the Israelis.
What are they going to say about him?
Isn't he writing letters to Israeli, like their Congress or the Knesset, right? Say, hey guys, can you just pardon this dude? Can you pardon Benjamin Netanyahu? Right? Wouldn't you want him like locked up and in jail so that he can't threaten him anymore? Be so fucking scared. Doesn't he have the power of the U.S. military? Come on, like it's not believable. It's just not believable. Now, if the idea is that they have dirt on him and that's what he's afraid of, okay. So then he does corrupt shit, but it may not be military corrupt shit. It's sex with kids corrupt shit. Okay. None of this shit, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Because all I see is an actual partnership. Not one side owning the other. I see an actual partnership based on their behaviors, based on words they say out loud, from campaign to actual in the office, that these guys, their actions they take. I see teammates. I don't see one person owning or bullying the other. I just don't see it. Sure, maybe certain leverages are taken, like they're playing the game. But all in all, I think they want to move in a similar direction. Just maybe disagree on how to do it, possibly. But no, BB, no. Listen. If we want to own these people and get them out of here, what you got to do is you got to be nice. You got to offer like a candy, but hold a knife behind your back. It's that simple. And BB's like, no, we just kill them. Why can't we just kill them? We'll kill them and starve them, and they'll run away on their own. Boom, we win. Game over. No, BB, no. We don't want to look bad when we do this. Okay? We don't want to look bad. We want our names in the history books as good guys. Maybe it's a little bit too late for you, BB. So we'll work to get you a pardon. Okay, we'll get you a pardon. But we can't make you look good to the world, bro. It's too late. Sorry, BB. But I can look good. I ended 39 wars last week. Here we go.
How many girls did he abuse? How many billions of dollars he took? Let them say whatever they say. He should stop the genocide. Let them do whatever they want to do. Morality should take over.
I agree. Is that Trump's prime motive? Is that Trump's thing? Like, I don't see it. All right, here we go.
I encourage him to stop the genocide at any price.
Robert Maxwell was an incredibly intelligent man. He was trying to leverage things against the Israeli state, perhaps financial deals for his company. Look what happened to him. Can't the Israelis every time tell Trump, you try and mess with us? Someone as clever, and people can look up Robert Maxwell's heroic wartime record.
Better word, clever.
They can still kill you.
I can't comment about that, but
Is there proof of that too?
I hope Donald Trump will have the interest of the United States and the Middle East at heart and do the right thing.
I need to replay that.
Hope and about.
Hold on.
I can't comment about that, but I hope Donald Trump will have the interest of the United States and the Middle East at heart and do the right thing.
And that includes blowing up boats in the middle of the fucking ocean, trying to start a war with Venezuela, still bombing Somalia, still supporting the guys that are destroying Sudan, targeting Nigeria, at least in words. Come on. They're in my opinion, what I see right now, the only actual turnaround I can see is Trump saying, all right, my fellow Americans. He puts handcuffs on his own fucking wrist. I'm going to jail. See you later. Just saying. That's the only thing I can see as an actual moral turnaround. You have to be like, yep, I'm guilty too, guys. See you later. I quit. I'd rather that than even jail. Just quit. Quit. Walk away. Take your buddies with you. Walk the fuck away. Do something else. Go golfing, bro. Go golf the rest of your life. Go do that shit. Enjoy your grandkids and shit like that. Go do something else, bro. You shouldn't be here. You're horrendous. You shouldn't be here. Either you're a coward, an idiot, corrupt, or all fucking three. I can't see another option here. It has to be something. Even that would be as a crazy, hyperbolic, hypothetical of the boats in the middle of the ocean, the prayer circles in Yemen. If let's say they were just AI generated, that'd still be lying to people for whatever fucking reason. You need to quit. Walk away. Obviously, no one believes they're AI, but I'm just saying. Even in the wildest scenario that could somewhat exonerate Donald Trump to some degree, it's still corruption. You're still being lied to, you dummies. I don't understand. Like, I mean, funneling money to NATO and weapons to NATO to give to Ukraine, feeding them intelligence to deal with Russia. Like, how? Come on, Iran. Come on. He said he orchestrated this strike on Iran when Israel struck them first. Come on. Where is there room for hope? If he had a major epiphany tomorrow, he'd have to get on TV and say, "My fellow Americans, here's all the crimes I've been a part of. Here's all of them." And after he gets done with that list of things he's done, they're going to tell him to step the fuck down. Like, all right, you're done. They'd probably throw him in jail because he outwardly says these things. I mean, you have to bring up everyone else, too. Everything he can get his hands on. Here's all the crimes that have been committed by the United States of America. Not the people, but the government. Here's all the crimes. Right? You'd have to, like, lay all that shit out, in which case, I mean, who knows what contingency plans are there for if some shit like that ever happened. A major whistleblower exposing blatant crimes by the government. I mean, they'll probably be the ones that get hunted because American people are not going to do anything about it. They're going to sit back and watch it on TV, most likely, right? Anyways, let's move on. Good luck with the hope, man. Good luck. Good luck with that hope. All right, let's move on to Kyle Kulinski here. This should be, hopefully, will brighten up my mood after hearing that fucking shit. Here's Kyle Kulinski. Make it stop. Asmongold shatters the dipshit meter. I get 2 dingbats in one video. Awesome. Here we go.
One of the things that's been driving me crazy more and more lately is when you have people who have large audiences who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but they're just desperate to start giving their political takes and opinions. Because, look, you do a massive disservice. You have this giant audience of people who follow you, and if you're out there spreading false notions of politics, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. The best example of this is fucking Joe Rogan, who doesn't know his ass from his elbow, but he's out there. He was at the inauguration. He gave Trump a softball interview, gave J.D. Vance a softball interview, fucking hot stone massages every billionaire in the country on his show regularly. But then he'll go on his show and, so, who, me, bro? I'm just like a centrist. I'm like, I'm not right. I'm not left. I'm sort of above the fray and stuff. Like, it's whatever. He tries to do this enlightened centrist bit. Meanwhile, he's like, you know, on the Trump train, quite literally. So, he's a great example of it. But another one is Asmongold. Asmongold, he's been getting more and more political. And I hear this. I just want to shove my nuts in a waffle iron when I hear this shit. Because, like, what are you saying? Right. What are you saying? You know you don't know what you're talking about. You know you don't know what you're talking about. But he does it anyway. So here he is giving his theory about how, you know, the Democrats, they've been so radicalized that the Republicans are, the poor put upon Republicans, they're just like reacting to what the insane Democrats are doing. I'm not kidding. That's his actual argument. Let's watch.
This is I think it is a unique Democrat problem. Now, when a Republican does something bad, here's the big difference, right? It's not that Republicans don't do anything bad, but when a Republican does something bad, everybody generally says, oh, okay, that's really bad. But the problem is that Democrats look to try to, you know, like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't matter that much. Who cares?
Now do you understand why I said this made me want to shove my nuts in a waffle iron? Homie literally said, when a Republican does something bad, other Republicans could be like, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that's brain-breaking and bullshit.
That might actually be the least true thing I've ever heard in my life. That is somehow the most false thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
I don't know about that, but yeah, for sure. I mean, Timmy Pool sells that narrative too, right? He sells that same thing. Look how diverse the right wing is versus the left. They're all one thing, one giant blob. But yeah, it's bullshit. I mean, we just watched the Epstein thing, right? Yesterday with the whole release of some files and all that stuff, and the reactions were clearly a lot of team playing happening, a lot of defense, a lot of people saying, "Turn your brain off, go back to sleep. Nothing to see here. It's a Democratic hoax. Go back to sleep." they both of these establishment motherfuckers do that shit, and they have their little goonies, their little goons that get on the internet and repeat what they want them to say, and people fall for it. Anyways, here we go.
Asmongold, bro. Let me just tell. Let's just go with Elon Musk. What did Elon do when he was running Doge? You guys all know this. How many times have I given you the list? He cut pediatric cancer research. Not a single Republican came out. Not a single fucking Republican came out and criticized him for cutting child cancer research. By the way, there was one of those things was literally a cure that worked. I'm not kidding. It was a gene editing thing that they used to stop leukemia. They tried it on somebody. It worked. He cut the fucking funding. He cut the national.
Now, in that case, when it comes to the establishment guys, yes, they're gonna not say anything on purpose, even though they're aware of what's happening. But regular people, even if they were aware, these like fans of, right-leaning politicians or public figures, even if they did hear about this story about pediatric care, their mindset would be, well, they're cutting everything, and that just happens to be part of it. And there's probably like some funny money happening there anyways, Democrats wasting money, not even helping kids out, yada, 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 right? That's the narrative they fall for, that their mommies and daddies in government tell them to believe in, right? Just saying, you gotta make the assessments on different levels here because we're dealing with different types of people. Some people might be the liars, and the others might be the buyers of lies. Just saying. Here we go.
National Weather Service, which literally led to deaths. It led to deaths. There was a late warning that went out because he cut the National Weather Service, and you have these kids at a Christian sleepaway camp who died. He cut Meals on Wheels. He cut the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is the anti-scam police. No Republican.
Kyle. Let me help you out, man. Well, maybe he's not trying to appeal to. Maybe he's kind of repeating the same things over and over again, and they're all like points that would point to why Kamala Harris should have won the presidency, because she's better, right? But if you want to appeal to quote unquote right-leaning people, you'd bring up Charlie Kirk. Look what happened in Utah. You had Kash Patel firing the FBI head in Utah right before Charlie got killed, and you could see how they fucked up that whole case, right? They fucked it up badly, and maybe an experienced Utah FBI guy could have did everything correctly or better. That's something that would appeal to a possible right-leaning person or a person that's like locked into the team playing of politics, right? Just saying, but all right, here we go.
Wheels. He cut the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is the anti-scam police. No Republicans criticized any of these things. None of them. He fired 83,000 veterans. Nobody criticized it. He fired 250,000 government workers overall. Nobody fucking criticized it. When he cut USAID, cutting off malaria medication from going to people who need it, HIV medication. People have been dying in droves. They didn't fucking criticize it. Are you out of your mind?
Kyle. Those are your points. Some people don't care about those things or didn't look for that to be the thing. That's not what they were like looking to vote for. A lot of people. So thus, the representatives of those people are definitely not going to give a shit, even if they know about it. Those are your issues. You keep saying those issues over and over again, actually. Those are all, quote-unquote, left-leaning policies. Or at least you're making it that way based on you saying, the left does this, the right does that. So by your own narrative, those are left-leaning things. So why the fuck would you expect them to care about those things being cut? Why not go to policies where they're getting screwed over? Hopefully he does, because there's a layup. There's so many of them. Here we go.
And that's just Elon. I didn't even mention Trump. Trump has been bombing random dingy fishing boats with innocent people in them, and nobody on the right has been criticizing it at all.
Once again, Kyle, we don't know if they're, and I would say you don't bomb them anyways, because, Christ is king and shit like that, but you can't, you can't just call them innocent people based on the standards of what we're using for innocence and guilt, right? They're accusing them of narco-terrorism, right? Or just being narco-traffickers because they traffic dangerous drugs. Oh, they're terrorists now, right? That's kind of their logic. Now, we have not been able to establish whether or not those guys had drugs in the boat, if they're drug dealers at all. We don't fucking know. So to leap out and just say they're innocent people is not... I understand why you would say that, but the point is to be correct. You don't bullshit for the sake of winning a narrative. You tell the truth. Right, Kyle? You be honest. But then again, let's be real. And I've been seeing it more and more with Kyle on each fucking video. I keep seeing of this guy. And by the way, the only time I watch Kyle is on my channel. I never watch him when I'm just chilling out, wanting something to watch. He's horrendous, horrendous content creator. Very, very, very biased. You can't copy the actions of the guys you're calling corrupt. Otherwise, it just makes you corrupt. So I don't know if that was a slip of the tongue, or he has like some definitive proof that these guys are none of them are selling drugs. Because if you find out one day that these guys were selling drugs, some right-leaning person hearing your video is going to be like, "Yo, you fucking lied here," or "You're dead wrong. They were narco traffickers, so thus we can blow them up." Versus appealing to like, "Hey, shouldn't we not blow them up in any situation? Are there nukes on board, or is it just drugs? Can we capture them instead of just blowing them up and just killing people in international waters, by the way? Hey, what are the actions that the U.S. has taken in regards to Venezuela? Is this another excuse to go after Venezuela? Those are simple things you could say that point out blatant corruption without making you corrupt yourself or full of shit yourself or wrong. Duh. But something tells me that Kyle doesn't care about being right or wrong. It's about getting a team to win. That's what it's screaming. It's unfortunate. But what a sad man. What a sad person. And I would dunk on him, like in real life. Intellectually and in like actual basketball. I'd dunk on his fucking face. He could do nothing about it. Alright, here we go.
They've all been lying.
Wait,
and
say that,
pretending
bro.
these are terrorists and Trump is killing the right people and stuff. This is insane. This is insane. Even if they were, trafficking narcotics, the penalty is not instant death. Are you ridiculous? Killing the right people and stuff. This is insane. This is insane. Even if they were, trafficking narcotics, the penalty is not instant death.
Why do you announce him as innocent?
Are you ridiculous? Oh my God. We're only 24 seconds into a 2-minute clip. I don't know if I can.
Why'd you announce him as innocent? You declared it, and then you said, well, if they were. It's like, why'd you say, I don't know what they are? The point is, you don't blow up people in the middle of the fucking ocean. You don't blow up people, period, if you want to call yourself a righteous person. Anyways, here we go.
I can get through this thing, bro. I don't know if I might like fucking have an aneurysm on air.
Like,
don't worry, Kyle, when I do that, the audience just gets really mad about you pausing the video and talking.
And I think that has radicalized a lot of people. And I'll view that, and we can contrast this now with, do you remember whenever they had all those text message leaks and it was all those young Republican people talking about how much they liked Hitler? And nobody really cared about that anymore. And the reason why, it's because left-wing people have established basically a standard, and now right-wing people are living up to it.
He flipped the truth exactly on its head. This is insane. It's been the exact opposite. My entire adult life, it's been the opposite. There was literally a slogan that the Democrats had about how much we're pussies. Michelle Obama came out and said, when they go low, we go high. That dominated a generation of Democratic thought. When they go low, we go high. And then what happened? The Republicans decided to shatter the filibuster record under Obama. Obama literally came out and said, I'm going to propose your ideas, Republicans. I'm going to do the things you say you love. I'm going to do a healthcare plan that came from the Heritage Foundation, a right-wing think tank, and Mitt Romney, the Republican, did it in Massachusetts as the governor. I'm going to do your plan. And Republicans had previously all supported this plan. As soon as Obama proposed it, we're against it. We're against it. How dare you? It's communist for us to do the healthcare plan that we came up with. This is who we're dealing with. They broke the filibuster record. They fucking instantly rejected their own ideas. Obama would do things like cut small business taxes, and they would attack him for it, even though, again, that's their ideas. You want to talk about radicalized? 100% is the exact opposite. Democrats and liberals and leftists have been radicalized by Republicans being so fucking insane. Trump tried to coup the government. Trump lost an election to Joe Biden, and then he did fake elector slates, which was illegal, by the way, but he fucking got away with it. Then they had January 6th, the violence at January 6th. Even after the violence, Trump was still making phone calls saying, don't certify Joe Biden. He was asking politicians not to certify Joe Biden.
Okay. The violence of January. Okay. I thought it was mainly protesters that got hurt. And there was like 200-something feds that were amongst the crowd. I don't know. It's like just another thing where Kyle's shaping reality to win things. Also, the Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. That's, first of all, major pause. Second of all, if I use those words, I would definitely go with that because I mean something by that. But when you hear it from the Obamas and the way they do policy and conduct policy, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Now, if Kyle's going to come out and say, yeah, they tried to trick the Democratic voter base that they're going to go the high ground on things, and that's their excuse for doing what Kyle would call right-leaning policy or Republican policy. I mean, then you have more of a point, but when you're saying like they're actually just trying to take the high road, I don't see that, Kyle. As Kyle points out, things that he would call corrupt, that he has called corrupt, all of a sudden now it's like it's just a well-meaning thing to do. He's just trying to, balance out the government by supporting Republican policies. Insane. And then let's not even go into foreign policy and take the high road. Let's look at foreign policy, my man. There's no wins to be had there. So once again, Kyle with his own rhetoric. I don't know if he's out of his fucking mind or something, and he forgot all his past content and his past opinions. But it's just like, it's like Alex Jones. He's like Alex Jones to me, like very much so. I mean, Alex will say, I guess, crazier ideas, but they're still like in the framing of supporting a party. Just like Kyle sounds. It's like actually insane sound. Like, dude, what is wrong with you, bro? You okay, man? Christ's sakes. But yeah, here's more Kyle to. You're out here saving the world, man. One vote at a time. Here we go.
That's insane. That is insane. And so they do the extreme shit. They do the crazy shit. But somehow, we're the problem? We're the ones who never fucking criticize our own? Are you kidding me? How quickly do Democrats throw each other under the bus? Remember Al Franken? Al Franken was a senator. There was a picture that he took where he was like fake grabbing somebody's titty while they were sleeping. That picture came out. He used to be a comedian, by the way. He didn't actually touch the woman, but it was like fake grabbing the titty and like laughing at it and joking about it. He had to fucking resign because other Democrats threw him immediately under the bus. Are you out of your minds?
Because they're so
I keep
moral.
saying minds. Are you out of your mind?
They're so moral. That's why. Get the fuck. Hey, Kyle, they blow babies up, don't they, too? Those same guys that are pissed off about a titty picture, don't they also blow up people, like children, across the world? Don't they do that? Remember Obama with Yemen? Remember Biden with Ukraine? Remember these things, Kyle? Did you miss out on it? Remember Somalia? Remember the Drone King? Remember Deporter-in-Chief, Kyle? Remember those things? How about killing Americans? Guess what? Check that off, too. Remember those things, Kyle? Don't you? You remember them, don't you? No, but Democrats are quick to throw each other under the bus. Who are you talking about? You mean your little YouTube sphere? Or do you mean the actual people in power? You ever think that maybe Al Franken had... Once again, I'd have to look into it. I don't know exactly. I remember the guy. I remember he was in Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. An awesome movie, by the way. One of my favorites all time. But still, like, is there any possibility, Kyle, that Al Franken was doing something else with his time in Congress that they, like, okay, we need an excuse to get rid of him. And boom, we have our excuse. Or maybe they even found it themselves and had an excuse to get rid of him. Because maybe Al Franken wasn't going with the plan. Not saying that's the case. I have no idea. I didn't look into it. But maybe Kyle should. Just because we've seen these things happen before in politics, have we not, Kyle? It's if I had to guess, I'm very sure that if you go back to Bernie's runs in 2015 and 2019, and 2019, 2020, right? 2016, I think I'd almost be very positive that Kyle would have videos about how these primaries were rigged against Bernie Sanders. Was that a mean well thing? Like, oh, we just had different ideas, so let's cheat and rig it against them. And what happened? I think he got mad at Debbie Luzignan. That's her name. We fucking up her last name. I think he got mad at her for what was it? Saying, "Hey, Bernie, why aren't you fighting? Bernie, they're cheating you. And if you just allow people to run over you like this, I can't support you." And Kyle's like, "Get the fuck out of the way." And look where we're at now. After that 2015, 2016 run by Bernie Sanders, look at his run in 2020. Another pushover. Another pushover. Getting mollywopped by fucking Joe fucking Biden. Who could barely talk on fucking stage. His ideas were dog shit on stage. You can clearly see it, like adoptions of certain rhetoric that Bernie would use so that he can try to appeal to the Bernie fans. When you go out and you see Bernie breaking records for attendance of like rallies and people barely showing up for fucking Biden, and yet that guy won the fucking primary. What is Kyle's recourse? What's his oh my god, we need to fight back. Let's do more dick jokes. Let's be as mean as the Republicans are. Let's support our Democratic team no matter what. They're always better. They're always better. He's a sad puppy. Like, guys, come on. He's a sad guy in this realm. He's pretty sad. And once again, because Trump won, it actually benefits Kyle, like, narrative-wise. It benefits him because if Kamala was in office, she'd be doing all these horrendous things that he would have to answer for after telling everyone to go vote for her. But because Trump won, all he has to do is just shit on Trump, who's obviously going to do corrupt things. It's a win for him. Harris winning would be really bad for actually for his content. It'd be pretty bad. Because everyone would see how obviously corrupt Kamala Harris is, and they'd start watching people that are criticizing Kamala Harris. I'm sure Kyle would have to do that. He'd have to criticize her too, but he'd have to say, like, well, you know, better than Trump, though. Obviously, with no evidence to back that up because, you know, it would have been someone else in office. Either way, like, let's continue. I'm sorry to reiterate the same things over and over again, but it's fucking sad. It really is. What a sad person. All right, here we go.
I mean, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Nothing could be further from the truth. It was Donald Trump who came along, and he sort of defined this idea of be a bull in a china shop. Never fucking apologize. Always plow through. And then eventually people just move on and you're good. So he started that. We're just getting to the time now where Democrats are finally catching up to that, right? That's just starting to happen now. And thank fucking God it is. Because here's the deal. We can only have civility and decorum if both sides agree to civility and decorum. It's that simple. As soon as the Republicans go, fuck you, then we have to say fuck you back. It's like with the gerrymandering fight. By the way, Asmon, who's the one that gerrymandered first? It was Texas and the Republicans that said, we're just going to gerrymander and steal a bunch of Democratic seats and turn them Republican. Greg Abbott did that because Trump told him to do that. And then that had to happen before fucking you had Newsom step up and say, all right, if you're going to do that, then we're going to counter gerrymander in California. Newsom didn't start that. The Democrats didn't start that.
Well, he shot a baby first, so I get to shoot a baby too. That's Kyle's logic. I understand gerrymandering isn't the same thing, but I'm pretty sure it's considered a negative thing by anyone that looks into the idea of gerrymandering. You know, redistricting fucking areas, or even something like a little bit more creepy. What was that thing that Hillary did when she was a senator of New York? Or was it Clinton that did it? Actually, I think it's where Kyle lives, or did live, right? Westchester? Where they moved the prison into the county of Westchester. And you know about our large prison populations, which increased the population of Westchester, and thus they had more voting power in the state's fucking Senate or whatever, electoral shit. You know what I mean? I don't know the fucking technical terms. Whatever. Either way, I think people would call that corrupt because we know those gentlemen can't fucking vote. Those guys in jail, we know they can't fucking vote. But yet they're counted as a person of the county, so thus they have more voting power. I assume that would be a Republican thing, right? Obviously, duh. Not the Greg Palace. They're all Republicans doing that all day, all the time. And obviously, when one team does something bad, you have to copy them. You have to copy their answers for things and call it, well, they did it first. Isn't that Trump's argument for wars? Isn't that his argument? I didn't start any wars. They started it. I'm just finishing it. Right? Isn't that his argument? These guys started it. Oh, what a sad person. All right, here we go. What a sad midlife crisis.
Republicans started that. We responded in kind. Democrats and liberals and leftists responded in kind. So he has it exactly wrong. He has it exactly backwards. These motherfuckers are unhinged and out of control and radical. And because of that, we have been dragged into having to do the same to keep things even Stevens.
They dragged him. Israel's dragging Trump. Republicans are dragging Democrats. Everyone's being dragged. No one has any fucking choice in the matter. They're just being dragged. We're forced to shoot that baby because that guy started it over there. They made me drone strike everywhere. George Bush started it. You know, he started it, bro, so he dragged me to start bombing everywhere. Fuck. Obama started it, so it dragged me to start bombing everywhere, too. Yes, Kyle. Someone else is unhinged. Here we go. This is like embarrassing. Here we go.
If they're going to gerrymander, we say we're not going to do it on principle, then they just win everything, period, as far as the eye can see.
Oh, so fuck
in a very weird way, once the other side starts cheating, in order to make it more fair, you also have to start cheating.
Oh my fucking god! I was being real about like based on his logic, but I never thought he would just outright say that. The only way to defeat cheating is to cheat yourself. It's just logic. Oh my god! All right, at this point now. Here's your IQ test. Unless Kyle cleans this up, he might stutter step and be like, "Oh, what I really meant was, I meant this actually." He may stutter step, but as of right now, at this moment in time, I will say this: if the world ended after that exact sentence right there, I would say if you were a Kyle fan, you're a fucking idiot. There's your IQ test. There it is, right there. There's no way around it. If these guys are cheating, we have to cheat too. Hey, Kyle, what happens if the other team's like, oh, they're going to cheat with us? We're going to cheat even more. Well, you better keep up with the cheating. It's a battle of cheating. Both dishonest, corrupt motherfuckers battling it. Oh, wait a minute. Weren't we already there? By your own standards, Kyle, by your own videos, we were already there, weren't we? We need a change. We need justice, Democrats. Weren't you already there, Kyle? You lived this life already, my man. Both sides cheating for supremacy in the government. Although I think that's kind of bullshit too, but on paper, sure, on the surface, maybe we go that direction. And now he's telling us, no, you have to. You have to cheat. Because they're cheating. Principles? No such fucking thing. Doesn't exist. Throw that in the fucking garbage. So, battle of cheaters. Now, here's also the funny part, because I'm sure plenty of people that hear this. Once again, Kyle may say something after this that right, like I said, a little audible or a stutter step to change the narrative around. Like, oh, I don't mean cheating. Like, I mean like. But either way, it's like funny enough when he says like, oh, they're cheating, so you got to cheat with them. Like, my answer, which may be a little naive, little pie in the sky, would be to point out corruption. Point out corruption. Now, Kyle, I want Kyle to honestly tell his audience that the Democratic Party tries to point out the corruption of the Republican Party. Like, actually tries to do so. I want him to get on camera and say that in front of everyone. Then I'll start laying out the crimes that we've seen Republicans do. What do you say to Obama's too nice? So, Obama being too nice, need him to be like, start cheating to counter to the cheating of the other team. Meanwhile, he had opportunities to prosecute torture, close down Guantanamo Bay, prosecute George W. Bush and his administration for war crimes. He had the opportunity to do so. Or at the very least, just try. But what did we get? What's the famous line? We torture some folks. What did he do in Michigan? He showed up and fake drunk a glass of water. He had once again, that's little level government, right? That's on a local level. And he could have been like, hey guys, someone's fucking you over by giving you dirty fucking water. He could have pointed out corruption right there. No Republicans needed in the scenario. You're good. So yeah, my answer would actually work. But then they'd have to start pointing fingers at themselves as well, these establishment Democrats. And we can't have that because if they lose, the worst guys win. This is his fucking logic, yo. They're cheating, bro. So let's cheat too. Well, why don't you just tell everyone they're cheating? Why can't you do that? And I understand the gerrymandering thing's a little bit rougher to go with because it's a little bit more ambiguous, if you will. It's like a little bit more difficult to lock down, but you have plenty of war crimes. Plenty. I mean, mountains of it, of war crimes. For motherfuckers that were sitting in there during Bush's fucking wars. He's like, nah, fuck that. Cheat. You gotta cheat to win. Because it's the only option I see. Oh, fuck. The look on it. Look at his face. Look at his face. He doesn't even believe it. It's like, Asmongold is unhinged. Hey, guys, we need to cheat. It's the only logical conclusion I can come up with. Let's cheat. Fucking God. There we go.
Stevens. Because if they're going to gerrymander, we say we're not going to do it on principle, then they just win everything, period, as far as the eye can see. In a very weird way, once the other side starts cheating, in order to make it more fair, you also have to start cheating. Once they start being insane, to keep it fair, you also have to be equally insane in the opposite direction. Like, it's the only way to do it. And again,
you have to be insane in the opposite direction. What the fuck is he talking about? He is Alex Jones. No, he is actually Alex Jones. He's just saying nonsensical bullshit out loud. This is incredible. I didn't think this would be just sitting here in this video randomly. At the end of the video, you're gonna hear, oh, listen, guys, you like this channel? Come check out Crystal, Kyle, and Friends. You know, and after saying this shit, I'm wrecked. I'm sorry for pausing so much, guys. It's just incredible to me. I will let it play, and I will actually mute myself because I'll be laughing very loudly. Here you go.
I can see. In a very weird way, once the other side starts cheating, in order to make it more fair, you also have to start cheating. Once they start being insane, to keep it fair, you also have to be equally insane in the opposite direction. Like, it's the only way to do it. And again, he flips it and pretends like it's the Democrats who are totally unhinged, and that made the Republicans radicalized. Get the fuck out of here. Also, making it seem like, Republicans are put upon to have to condemn a Republican group chat where they were, like, loving Hitler. Like, that should be easy. That should be a low fucking bar, bro. But to them, it's not.
You have all these conservatives that are saying
I saw that thing, the Hitler. They didn't seem too much like a love fest for Hitler as much as dweeby. Should I get on my Discord? Like dweeby, Harrison motherfuckers, like that style of thing of joking. But all right, here we go.
Should be easy. That should be a low fucking bar, bro. But to them, it's not.
You have all these conservatives that are saying this crazy stuff, and there's never a point of moral authority that, any liberal can have when you're the one justifying, shutting down a college, or you're the one justifying being violent to an officer, or you're the one justifying, destroying property, somebody's car, something like that. They all got blacklisted and fired from their jobs. Yes, but I understand that structurally, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened to them. What matters is how the public perceives it. And I think that this is continuing to become the case. I think that any conservative at this point should totally stop purity testing, because left-wing people don't purity test themselves. And if...
Oh my God. The extent to which this guy has no fucking idea what he's talking about, it's like he just got into politics 7 seconds ago. Like literally just 7 seconds ago, he was like, politics, what's that? I have opinions on it. What is this? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. That's the thing that gets me is I know he knows. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You allow other people...
Well, I agree with that. Asmongold has no fucking clue what he's talking about. But statements like you just said, Kyle, give him room to have a point. And Kyle can't see that because he's also, he's locked in, bro. He's locked into the dweebiest venture on planet Earth. Make sure my political party wins rather than trying to do the right thing. That is the most boring, dweebiest venture of all time. There's nothing hard-hitting about saying we need to cheat too. We need to be equally insane in the opposite direction. Do you mean sane? Is that what that means? Do you mean being sane? Or do you mean insane towards Democrat policies? But that could be bad. That could be a bad thing, Kyle. I thought insanity is just bad itself, right? If they want to be like sane of mind. But like if Asmongold reacted to this, he'd just clip that out and be like, boom, this guy's an idiot. And he'd be right. It's like, this is almost like a microcosm of what we see politically. Dumb fuck A versus dumb fuck B saying dumb fuck shit to each other. Like, principles. Fuck principles. It's about winning. Christ. Yeah, you're the good guys, Kyle. Good luck, my man. Here we go.
People to create the optics for you. All you're doing is you're allowing your enemy to define how you lose. And basically, you can see how they had no problem voting for Jay Jones, right? This is a guy that like fantasized about killing, his political opponent's children.
He wasn't. If that's a fucking lie, you're lying. You're lying. He said shit like,
God, this is so fun. I'm sorry for pausing, guys, but it's so funny because like the day the Hitler text message thing from this random New York young Republican, whoever the fuck they are, right? This thing also came out. What was he, AG of Virginia? I think he was running for or something like that. I think he actually won too. And you can see like that is once again a perfect microcosm. Instead of saying like, yeah, all these guys are idiots, they pick a side. When they're saying stupid shit. Now that the Jones guy, he didn't say. I don't think he was saying, "Let's go kill people." I think he was saying it's kind of like just desserts. Like you created the condition for this. But all right, let's hear Kyle explain it.
Right? This is a guy that like fantasized about killing, his political opponent's children.
He wasn't. If that's a fucking lie, you're lying. You're lying. He said shit like, 3 people are in an elevator. Hitler, Pol Pot, and my Republican opponent. And you only have 2 bullets. What do you do with the 2 bullets? And he says both go in his opponent. That's obviously a fucking joke. And the core of the joke is this is how fucking evil these Republicans are. That's the joke, right? So fucking
it's a bad joke.
No, he fucking doesn't. And by the way, everybody knows that. The right knows that. Is it fucking edgy as fuck? Absolutely. Was it private and not meant to go public? Absolutely. But he doesn't actually want to kill his opponent. And by the way, that's why
you could say that about the young Republicans because
guess
like,
what?
That was leaked.
It's
right?
the exact opposite of what you're saying, Asmongold.
Private.
Finally, Democrats have gotten it and woken up. This is the only way forward for us because Trump made this politics the rule of the day. He made it like this.
What?
Let's remember. Here is what Trump and MAGA, here's
They
what they
did it.
referred to Democrats as during the Trump era. The enemy within, scum, terrorists, vermin, radical, lunatics, demonic, evil, fascist, Marxist, communist, garbage, the enemy of the people, treasonous, animals, degenerates, Jew haters, lowlives. This is how they talk about us. And then finally, when we go, okay, bet, these are the new rules, fine, we'll play by those rules too. Now you whine and cry and bitch and moan? No, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Compare what Obama has called Republicans or what Biden has called Republicans to what Trump has called Democrats. It is fucking night and day. You get fucking,
So we is now Biden, Obama, Harris. Like, Kyle, that's your we? I thought it was Bernie, AOC, Ilhan Omar. I thought those were your guys, and everyone else is establishment. But you got to win, bro. You got to win. And how do you, like, if they're going to cheat, we're going to cheat too. Now, if you're a Kyle audience member, shouldn't you feel like, would he ever lie to me for the sake of winning? Would he ever bullshit me to get me to vote for his team because he will do whatever it takes to win, apparently? Funny enough, when the Republicans got caught, when the Democrats got caught, anonymous billionaire Democrat-leaning people were funding these, chorus group and Brian Tyler Cohen and fucking, David Pakman and all these influencers. Kyle, you interviewed the lady that exposed that story, right? So maybe there is like limits to things. Like cheating, you can't just cheat. Well, I don't know. It depends. I guess he would maybe define cheating a different way, or maybe Crystal twisted his ear and made him fucking do the interview. Who fucking knows? Or like Crystal invited the lady on, and Kyle's like, well, I don't know. I didn't see him cover it on his own fucking channel. But whatever. Either way, I think Kyle's audience should be like, would he lie to us? Would he ever lie to us to get something done? Here we go.
Buttoned up civility, decorum, professional presidents from Biden and Obama when it comes to their language vis-a-vis the other side. But Trump, no, he's fucking throwing haymakers left and right. And like I said, finally, the Democratic reaction to that is, okay, yeah, fuck, Jay Jones, fine. We're totally fine with him. And now you want to cry, and now you want to bitch, and now you want to moan. Well, maybe you should have fucking thought about that when Trump was calling us the enemy within and fucking terrorists. Maybe.
I believe he ran for attorney general in Virginia, and he won, I believe.
Oh.
And he had some secret text message with some lady.
Oh, that's the guy that was doing the thing. Okay, yeah. Yes, the killing.
Yeah.
I would kill my opponents or something. The edgelord. Democratic edgelord. The dark woke.
No, I think it was like, I hope they get what they deserve. Not saying he would do it himself, but more so they get what they deserve. Like,
no,
but
it was like an edgy.
Circumstance.
It was like an edgy kind of joke.
Yeah, he's like, I said what I said. They created a scenario that led to their own fucking killings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
I hope they die as like I hope they get murdered to show like that their policy or their opinions are so bad it can get people killed. And then it would be like just desserts if you become a victim of something you kind of helped perpetuate in the first place. I think that was the logic of where he was going. But either way, Kyle's a fucking idiot. He's a bot, actually. He is. He is Jude Law in that movie about robots. His hair looks like it now. He looks like an automaton. Incredible. What a fucking bot. All right, here we go.
If you policed your own side a little more, we wouldn't have gotten to the point where Jay Jones would be the standard bearer.
If you're going to vote for that person and you're not going to have people withdraw their nominations from them, well, then I don't want to hear from you about how bad it is that somebody said something bad in a group chat.
It just absolutely fucking incredible. It's amazing how he can flip the reality on its head.
They did it first
so smoothly, and not even fucking think twice about it. Not even think twice about it. Meanwhile, who's the biggest commentator on the right these days? Nick Fuentes. Here's some stuff Nick Fuentes has said. Quote, Hitler was really fucking cool. I admire Hitler.
Right, before he goes there.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Also a guy who didn't vote for Trump and goes after all the Republicans, right? If they're not American first, and they're a gay kid in Chicago.
Yeah, but it's like in bad faith, so it's like it's not really it's not legitimate in my opinion. Nick Fuentes does not have any legitimacy in my view.
Oh, fair enough.
Zero.
But we're going
Yeah.
if we're gonna go with rhetoric like Kyle's doing, then if he was gonna be like honest and fair, he would quote the actual rhetoric where he's like, "Fuck the Republican Party, they don't represent me," right? But
Yeah, because they're not like right wing enough, quote unquote. Yeah.
but still not. Still,
Yeah.
Kyle's point is, look what Nick said. But on the surface, they would say Nick and Trump are not on the same team. That's what on the surface would say. But all right.
Yeah, perhaps. I think they're on the same team, but yeah.
Well, you're going with
That's not the story.
theories.
That's not the narrative that they sell. Yeah.
On the surface, which is where Kyle's going, right? On the surface, shit. On the surface, they wouldn't be on the same team. But
Mhm.
here we go.
Group chat.
It just absolutely fucking incredible. It's amazing how he can flip the reality on its head so smoothly, you know, and not even fucking think twice about it. Not even think twice about it. Meanwhile, who's the biggest commentator on the right these days? Nick Fuentes. Here's some stuff Nick Fuentes has said. Quote, Hitler was really fucking cool. I admire Hitler. I don't care that much about the genocide in Gaza. I'm ambivalent. He postures like he's pro-Palestine. That's what he's actually said about it. He said, women shouldn't have the right to vote. Boys and girls should get married as teens. Quote, be against women's rights. Be against them getting educated. He said, ban birth control, ban contraceptives, don't allow women in the workplace.
There's gonna be another
ban them from voting. Pornography should be banned. He called for Catholic Taliban rule. He said, quote, we want to go back to the Middle Ages. This is your side. And this is the future of your fucking side. He said, quote, democracy is wrong. Quote, I fucking hate the poor. I love the rich. And you're going to come after us. You're going to come after us. The left, who's fucking the core of what we believe is, hey, everybody should be treated equally and fairly. The core of what we believe.
You just said you're not. You just said you're not with that, Kyle. Said, we'll cheat. Fuck it, we'll cheat. You just said that. We'll be insane the opposite direction, which is what they were at the quote-unquote other team was already calling you in the first place. They call you insane far leftists. It's like
he says he's for the poor people. He never has poor people on his show. He's full of shit. Fuck this guy.
well, there's a lot more wrong here than that to me, Ed. I understand you know, you have your thing, but there's a lot of things you can't really explain for. There's no explanation for it, other than full of shitness.
No, I agree with Seb's. They're on the same side, but just not on paper or on the screen. They seem like they're on different sides, but they're really keeping the narrative controlled within their little group.
Absolutely.
So,
that I agree
yeah.
with. Yes.
So they only talk about each other.
Yeah, but the
because
point
they
is,
have
Which is why he
contained.
doesn't go after Dave Smith the way that he should go after Dave Smith, because they serve the same purpose. I'm talking about Kyle and Dave Smith. Like there's something funny going on. And I think that these like oppositions they seem like they're managed by the same PR team
It's
or
wrestling.
whatever comms team
I
they all
agree.
work for.
In fact,
Yeah.
I've seen that behind the scenes as well. I've seen other people
Possibly.
who
Yeah.
the Republican Democrats use the same consultant teams, the same marketing firms, 100%. You'll see them use
Like
the same
who are these
backgrounds and
people?
shit.
What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, they're in the
Now-
same
Weird.
studios, dead serious.
I leave room for the
That's where I'm at.
possibility of psyches believing they believe something different, but operating in the same form and fashion. That's 100% a possibility for me. And thus I leave room for it. But thus I start at the surface level and then work deeper from there to where you have situations like this or an event that happens where it's like, okay, here's your IQ test. He just said, we're going to cheat because those guys cheat. Which you could just isolate to Kyle. Say, Kyle's saying, let's cheat. Let's cheat to win. Now, I don't know what you need outside of that to be like, all right, I can't run with Kyle. I don't know what else you need besides that, but once again, I can leave this on the surface based on his own words and get to, like, there's no way around this, right? I have theories and ideas about what's going on in regards to these, commentators and content creators' relationships with each other behind the scenes, or who they work for, possibly behind the scenes. But when they give you a layup on the surface, I go right there because everyone can see that. It's Trump shooting a baby on Front Street in front of everyone. Hey guys, don't need no conspiracy theories about that shit, bro. There it is, right there. There it is. No way around it. There's your IQ test. Corruption.
I don't think it's a conspiracy theory to think that they're being managed by the same entities at all. I think it's like pretty apparent.
Okay, but
I don't think it's a conspiracy at all.
Be put in that category then, right? As far as like
way
regular people talk. Okay, the way people
I disagree.
The way people categorize things and talk to each other, they'd say, "Oh, it's a conspiracy theory." Just like Charlie Kirk, the conspiracy of Charlie Kirk, right? Charlie Kirk's murder, right?
Yeah, but
it's just I'm using it as a category more so than
there's a lot of physical evidence to back up that claim.
Yeah, I don't classify anything that I try. Like I don't really classify what I do or how I operate as conspiracy like investigation. That's just me. But
well, you just said
you can go through the FEC filings and see them using the same consultant companies. You can literally see the evidence of what she's
AOC
talking
and
about.
Trump actually also had the same.
But did you guys get my logic of he shot a baby on Front Street?
Yeah, I got that.
I understand the theories and ideas about it.
That I wasn't engaging in conspiracy theorizing. It's just not really what I do. So.
Okay, but you know that I call it a category thing, not a assessment of what people are doing. Like I say, the Charlie Kirk 30-06 conspiracy. Like a category, not as an it's fake. It's made up. Like, no, there's legitimate questions about this that you can actually look into. Just like category-wise, you have mainstream, right? You have quote-unquote independent content creation.
Why do you trust you're being given all the evidence or being given all the facts? You're not.
What? I'm not.
You're not being given all the facts. You're being given about the Charlie Kirk murder or whatever. All these different things you're talking about.
Yeah, and thus theories pop out from it. I don't. Like, there's more hands involved than we realize. Let's come up with a theory about it because this doesn't make any sense, but this maybe does make sense or whatever the fuck.
You know, usually it's like you're going to hear one millionaire force versus another millionaire force, but a lot of facts that are like for the general public or someone like yourself might be concerned about will just never be mentioned. They'll be completely suppressed. So you hear some things, but what you'll hear is marketing from one side to drive the narrative or the perspective.
But that's what I pointed out in the video. Is anyone listening? That's what I pointed out. It's just it's a layup. It's right in front of your face. They cheat, so I'll cheat too, is what he said. Right? There's no way around that one. That is negative, no matter which way you look at it. It's negative.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative.
God damn it. Okay, never mind then. I got no room to go then. I can't. What do I do with that? Someone openly says, yes, it's okay to cheat to win things because you like your team so much.
I ever tell you the story about so I had a boxing coach, right? And he's like, yo, you get hit real good, you're feeling dizzy and shit, you throw an elbow, they're gonna stop the fight, you're gonna get a point deducted, but you survive the rounds. It's in the rules, you know what I mean? You can do
it's against the rules to throw an elbow.
Knocked out?
It's against the rules to throw an elbow.
Yeah, but what are you going to do?
It's cheating.
The rules are that you're going to get a fine. No, you're going to get a point taken. Yeah, it's fucking cheating, but it's just like in basketball. You have like a certain number of fouls. You use that as part of the breaking the rules as part of the rules.
When they go low, you go low. That's what you got.
I mean, would you say like fouling basketball is?
Maybe I was crazy the entire time. I guess I'm crazy the entire time about this idea of like not cheating at all.
No, sometimes you're right.
And then even in this context, cheating doesn't make sense.
I agree with you, like on the but there's other parts. It's not as simple. Sometimes there's different things.
Yeah, in boxing, I would call that cheating. And if we found out you consciously did that, I'd be like, "Yeah, you're suspended, my man."
But you survive the rounds.
You can survive the round by being a good boxer. You can survive the round by clinching. You can say, "I'm hurt. Let me take a knee. Let me take 8 seconds," and then get up and try to survive the round. You could do those things that same way.
So sometimes you can't really. Sometimes clinching.
Then you're not good enough. Then you're not good enough.
You're not. Sometimes, yes.
I got to throw an elbow because I'm not good. And it's like you're not even a boxer at that point. What are you doing then?
Is bunting cheating? You know what I mean? Like it's not really like hitting the ball, right? You know what I mean? It's kind of
bunting is not cheating at all. It's part of the game. What are you talking about?
Exactly. Just throwing the elbow is part of, like,
no, it's not. It's against the rules, my man. Bunting is part of the rules.
What about fouls? What about like basketball fouls?
That's the refs calling it.
No, but it's part of the game, right? Like especially near the end, right? You're trying to make sure they don't, you force certain people to the line. Yeah, it's breaking the rules, but there's a known penalty, and you decide whether you're willing to take that penalty or not.
Holy Christ. Not the same thing. Not the same thing. It's not cheating. That's not cheating. That's strategy. That is strategy. Now, if he tried to break the guy's leg by fouling him, that's cheating. I don't know how we don't just understand it. Whatever. Let's move on with the video. Otherwise, we're gonna get stuck here.
Okay,
Here's more of Kyle justifying stupid shit. Here we go.
Is we should have universal health care and free college and a living wage, and we should end the wars, and we should let people join unions.
Wait.
We should have
whose platform is that?
I fucking hate the poor. I love the rich.
Okay.
The future of your fucking side. He said, quote, democracy is wrong. Quote, I fucking hate the poor. I love the rich. And you're going to come after us. You're going to come after us. The left, who's fucking the core of what we believe is, hey, everybody should be treated equally and fairly. The core of what we believe is we should have universal health care and free college and a living wage, and we should end the wars, and we should...
But you already included Biden and Harris into your we when they obviously don't believe in that. And Obama. Is there a separate we that you're talking about? You should make that very clear, Kyle. You want to be honest. Anyways, here we go.
Let people join unions. We should have paid time off by law, paid vacation time, paid maternity leave. And we're the fucking problem? I can't. I can't with guys like this. It's just, I don't even know why he bothers. And also, wasn't he casually saying some of the most genocidal shit anybody's ever heard about Palestine not that long ago? And now he's going to tut-tut and fucking finger wag and tone police the left? Fucking tone police yourself, you bitch. What'd he say? He said something really atrocious. I don't remember the specifics, but it was something like, I don't feel bad at all, talking about the dead people in Gaza. I don't feel bad at all. Then he went on to say something like they're inferior. They're an inferior people. They're an inferior culture or something like that.
Funny enough, I think he was doing that when Biden was in office while they were destroying Gaza. And Biden was handing them weapons and money while they were doing that, ironically. So maybe Biden and Asmongold had the same policy. But I don't know. Here we go.
I mean, I have nothing but disdain and scorn for such a smug prick, who, by the way, is also quite judgmental considering
is it Kyle or Karen? I can't tell right now.
Cockroaches and fucking rats and shit in the background, and he's notorious for never showering and stuff like that. I can't with this stuff. So, yeah. Apparently, according to Asmongold, it's not the people who have literally built concentration camps and sent people there with no due process. They're not the problem. The problem is how uncivil the Democrats are. The uncivil Democrats are radicalizing the Republicans. It's not the other way around. It's not that it's the Republicans radicalizing the Democrats, finally, to fucking wake up and take this fascist threat seriously and fucking do the right things. Fight back against Trump, all of his illegal wars and all of his fucking insane immigration policy. No, it's not that. Can't be that, of course. I mean,
Yeah, the loudest I've heard about the war stuff has been, once again, on paper, Rand Paul and Marjorie Taylor Greene. You don't really hear enough from the other side, if you will. And usually they're, the quote-unquote other side, the Democrats, it's a little bit more tepid with their language when, a Biden-Harris administration's in office, right? What was it? Oh, the Harris administration is working tirelessly to come up with a ceasefire deal. Meanwhile, that was never actually happening, according to behind-the-scenes stuff, right? And admissions, after they're doing a moratorium on Biden's administration, and people from his administration start going on TV and saying, yeah, we didn't really do much. We just gave Israel whatever they wanted. But yeah. Go ahead, Kyle. Do your thing, girl. Here we go.
God damn it, man. God fucking damn it. How can anybody watch this?
What do you call it?
I really hope that nobody's watching
Kayla?
this and taking this political stuff seriously. I really hope so. Because
I'm trolling.
You're better off. It reminds me of that old poll that said people are better off watching no news than watching Fox News. You literally are worse off watching Fox News than watching no news.
I think
It's
that
literally the
applies
same
here,
taking
Kyle.
the political opinions of Asmongold seriously. It's the exact same. Like, if you listen to him and you take what he's saying seriously, that's worse than watching nothing. Than just, like, being totally ignorant. Like, you're better off being totally ignorant. You'll have a better understanding of the political world if you're totally ignorant than watching this guy. Jesus Christ. All right, there you have it, guys. There you have it. All right, you guys know I love you. Thank you, as always.
All right. Okay. So, a video where I'm thinking Kyle has a layup line because it's Asmongold and he's a fucking idiot or worse. Or worse. Kyle still finds a way to make himself look like shit, at least in my eyes. Kyle still finds a way to do it. He's brilliant at this point. He's Alex Jones at this point, like that level of brilliance. So good luck to you, Kyle. Kyle fans, good luck to you as well. You have now entered the you're an idiot if you take Kyle a little bit. If you take Kyle too serious, if you're a fanboy or a fangirl of Kyle, probably an idiot. You should look in the mirror and, deal with that. But there's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree, disagree. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Yeah, we've covered other things here. Hegseth, the music AI thing. What was the other one? What was the other one? Oh, the fucking this guy's saying, oh yeah, we can put hope into it. Trump. Maybe he might save us. Maybe from these horrible things. Like, he already did so many horrible things. The only thing he could actually probably do is put handcuffs on himself and say, I'm guilty, and here's what I've done and other people have done. That's probably the best he could do. But that takes honor and integrity. But no one's asking for that, apparently. Apparently we're not looking for that. Fair enough. But tell me in the comment section what you think. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. You can show up here and get yelled at by Jordan if you feel like. All opinions are welcome. We are in that very Discord right now, so please join up if you feel like. Just nothing pornographic or grotesque. That's all I ask for. Obviously, everything I showed you in this video will be linked in the description box for you to watch on your own without me pausing or ranting or us talking about different stuff, whatever. Please. You can take advantage of the resources that are actual mediocre resources, let's be honest. Like, I'm doing I'm mediocre, like, linking things for people because, honestly, every topic I bring up, I should have, like, a reference point to be like, hey, watch this video talking about what I'm saying right here, that people don't feel lost. But you know what? I'm fucking lazy, okay? Fucking lazy. And I'm not a journalist. Go fuck yourselves. Either way, please check out the links if you want to. And with all that said, most importantly, give this video a thumbs down.